Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Tisim Togozeli, Eastern Cape Churches admin, pioneer and developer. In the past few days, it has come to my attention that most of our members, people who visit our site, are having some difficulties on how to sign up on Eastern Cape Churches so that they can have their churches listed on our database. And so it became imperative for me to create this video for them just as a guide on how to sign up on Eastern Cape Churches so that your church can be listed on our database. And so I'll just go straight ahead, but before we do that, I believe that most of you guys will be using mobile phones. As you can see that I'm using a mobile phone as well. Will cater for those who use laptops and desktops, but for now I'll start off with mobile phones. And so as you can see my screen here, I've got two most important tabs, which is Google Chrome there and Gmail. They become very handy for this process for me, and so I've just put them on the desktop here so that I can be able to juggle around. Well, you might have Internet Explorer at home, Firefox as your search engine, but I just like to use Chrome. And so also I'm keeping my phone on landscape for better viewing. We'll just go right ahead. I'm gonna click in here on Chrome. Okay, and so once we are here, we just want to go and search our website, easterncapechurches.com. Looks like we already have it. I'll just click go right away. Okay, so we show up on the main page here, and we see an admin's welcoming message. That is me, of course, and we are not about that for now. What we'll look at is to sign up. If you look at the top right corner, you will see there three horizontal lines. You might want to click on that, and so a drop down menu shows up. As you can see there, news and events, database, sign up, videos, but we're not about others there. We are just about signing up. So we're just gonna go right ahead and click on sign up, and so we wait. Okay, now things are starting to roll. So we're gonna go in here and fill in our email. Remember that the email, whatever email you're putting in there, should be an email that you have an access to, an email that you'll be able to read your emails from. It shouldn't be an email that you don't have an access from, because this is where we'll be sending you the link to, so that you are able to then add the additional information at a later stage. And so I'll go right ahead and put in my email address there, which is crossbeam@gmail.com. And so we'll hit sign up, and remember that when you hit that sign up, you will automatically get an email with a link in which you'll be able to add the information that is required to be registered under your church name. And so for now we are just putting in an email, not any information pertaining to church. So we go right ahead and click sign up. So we let it roll. Okay, now we've got a thank you message from the website itself. This is a sign that we've successfully signed up. I'll just pause for now, and then I will go into my email so that we can check for this email. Okay, I'm right inside my email box, and so I've just received the email. Yes, on the latest here, Eastern Cape Churches. There it tells me you've just signed up on Eastern Cape Churches. So I'm gonna go in right ahead. Okay, so we are inside, and there's a message from Eastern Cape Churches, and right in there we have our link where it says you may complete your registration with additional information or update your information by visiting this link. The reason it say or update, it means that this is a link that you will keep using even for future purposes, where you will be adding information and deleting information and updating. So this link becomes very handy whenever you need to edit an information on your church information. So you're gonna go right ahead, click on the link, going once, going twice. Okay, we are on the records page, and now we're gonna go in and fill in our church name. And remember, once the field has an asterisk, you automatically know that it's imperative that you put an information there. You can't skip the field. Okay, I'll go right ahead and put in my church name, which I will name Eastern Cape Churches for test purposes. Generally, I don't have a church. Go ahead and put in Eastern Cape Churches. I'm just doing this for this video. Right, we put in an address. Okay, we'll just pause for now. I'll fill in everything and then I'll meet you on the other side. Right, we are here on the last step. Now we filled in every information that is required of us, starting from the top. Church name there, see. Church name here, church name, address, of course that's compulsory, and services and all that information. So we come down to the final step here, to choose a file, a photo, ID photo that will show next up to our name, our church name. Remember, it could be a pastor, it could be your church logo, so that we can easily identify your church with your ID photo there. So just gonna go in gallery here, and I'm just gonna choose any of these photos. I would like to choose this one here. Once that's done, we are going to hit save and see what happens. Rolling. Okay, it looks like we gone through. There it says your information has been updated. Remember, the information is updated simply because we had registered already and we were just updating. That is, we're adding the information, and it says the information has been updated because you can use that link anytime to update this information for whatever changes that you might have. Maybe you are locating, the addresses are changing. This is the link, is still gonna come handy there. You're gonna use it so as to keep your information up to date. What we're gonna do now from here, your church will not appear yet on the front end. We're still gonna wait for the approval from the admin. Then once that has been achieved, the admin will send you an email to say now your church is live. That is, then you can go right ahead to easterncapechurches.com and check for your church there. It will be listed there once the admin has sent you an email that your church is out live. So you wait for that email. It doesn't mean that after you've signed up, once you don't see your church on the list, that you have failed to sign up. But what it means is that your sign up, your application or your submission is still pending admin's approval. So you still got to wait for that email from the admin that the admin approves your church to be listed under the database there. And of course, if there is any information missing, vital information, your church won't be approved and you will be sent an email so that you can fix whatever you've missed on the information given. So we'll pause for now, and we'll see you on the other side. We'll go when the admin has approved the application, and when your church is listed on Eastern Cape Church database. Okay, so we are on the other side, and we want to go in and check if we have received any email. Well, I've run right ahead and approved the application, and so I want to check if have I received any email on this side so that we can finish up and wrap up this video. So we're gonna go in here on my Gmail. So it looks like we have an email from Eastern Cape Churches. So I wanna go in and check there. What does it say? Hello there. At ECC, we are so grateful and all that. Regards, Eastern Cape Churches. So it looks like our church is live, because even the subject line says so. So we are excited. We can't wait to run ahead and check if our church is listed on the database there. So gonna stop here, pause, and then we're gonna go on Eastern Cape Churches to see if our site is live, our church is live indeed. And type in the search field there, easterncapechurches.com, hit go. Okay, so you go in there on the menu, check database, and you can either search for your church, or you can either scroll down. If you scroll down, let's see, there is our church, Eastern Cape Churches. There it is. So now it's listed on our database. We have our church on the database here, and if you happen to go through, you click on the church there, you get all the information there, services, address there, contact person and contact details, and all that. You get it under the church name. And what else here? Let's see. Okay, looks like we're good to go. And we have a very powerful and useful section here called announcements. Once you have announcements, you can update them via that link and put them here. They will appear here, so your church members, whenever they go into the website, and they can go into their church name and to check there for new announcements. In that way, they will ever keep at par with the church information. They will never miss anything. So this is where the site comes in very useful. You get to have members of the church informed. It does not necessarily mean that they have to come to church. You have to meet on Wednesdays, on Sundays, so that they can be on the know of what is going to happen. But you can just simply update on the website, and then just tell them that there is new announcement. They must go into this website, and they can check it down here. That is how useful this section is. I will, at a later stage on another video, I will show you how to update announcements, what kind of announcements that go in here. We don't want sensitive information from your church, but we just want just simple announcements to be listed here, petty announcements that are essential for the members of the church to know. So just gonna go back here. Let's go back. And what if then, if the list is quite long and you can't scroll down until you see your church? This is what you do. You come on the search field here, click select, and select church name, simply because you want to use church name when you search for your church. So we're gonna type in Eastern Cape Eastern Cape. Sorry about that, it's not Ape. Eastern Cape. Okay, you can even type just that keyword Eastern, and it must show up. Let's see if it does. Yes, indeed, here it is. So you can always type, in case where you have a long list, you can't scroll all the way down, you have thousands and thousands of church, so you need to just go in the search field, make sure you select search, and then you choose which one you want to search your church with. So if you want to search churches in a particular city, you can choose city. If you want to search according to address, you can select address, but I usually choose name of the church so that we can just go right ahead and put in church name there, then it will show up. You can still go in on it while here, and then you get all that information, the address. If you want to attend that particular church on that particular Sunday, you can get the address, get what services and on what days, on which days, and you can get a contact number there, contact person. You can drop them an email. You can see the pastor or the leader of that church was there calling, and you can directly contact them. So that's how useful the site could be if it is utilized in a manner that is made for, not for something else. So this is how our church, Eastern Cape Churches, successfully signed up, listed on the database. That's how simple it is. I wish you that you can be able to read this video and just execute it as you have seen it from, so that you can have your church registered on our Eastern Cape Church database. Remember, the usefulness of this website is to have your church information on the database, to get across the message across to your church members, those petty announcement, and whilst it assists you in terms of people finding your church, people who are coming into your city, new in the city, they'll be able to search whatever church they wish to go to, and they will come in here, and this site will direct them to the right people that they can make contacts with, and then they will show up at your church. So that's how useful it is, but there's many that you can do from the site. Things like, if you still go to here, let's say if you go to your menu here, once again, let's go to the menu here, and you want to go to news and events here. That's of course the core of the website. This is where you get to get the news, what's going on, which church does what, events and all that. You see, it's London Keyboard Players Fellowship. They're gonna have a service. You see, Limitless Grace. They are having a crusade there, soul winning and miracle crusade. And you see, Newlands Worship Center. Lots of stuff going on in the website. It's quite packed. If you didn't notice, it's quite packed. If you get in on a Limitless Grace here, you get to see what this crusade's about. Guest list, the guest list, you get the information, venue, where is it gonna be, dates and times. You can inquire, and you can always share it on Facebook, Twitter. You can share it on WhatsApp. So there's a lot you can do on the website. You also have a section where you have other related posts to the very same post. You can click one of those to read more. You can leave a reply, comment, and all that stuff. You don't necessarily have to have a website. You can leave that field blank. So you can drop us even email comments, and there's quite a lot of things you can do, but we'll just do a tour video around it. I don't want to keep this video long, so for now we are successfully signed up, and that was that. I thank you for listening and watching. Thank you.